Major moves coming. But first, this is Gamer1745 here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3's Black Ice. And of course, we're playing as the United States. Well, we've taken Tangiers. We're getting supply here. It looks like we can with our limited force. And I really want to say I love people giving me suggestions. I love the interaction. But a lot of the suggestions so far have been like, invade Spain. Well, and obviously we see these forces here, but it hasn't been going well for the British in doing it. We're just not ready for any major operations yet. So, unfortunately, that is the case as the United States. We're still building up our forces. So, yes, we very well may invade Spain. Yes, we want to conquer all of North Africa. Yes, we want to invade Sicily or Sardinia or Crete or wherever, and of someday maybe invading Norway or doing a D-Day somewhere. Yes, those are all someday, sometime. But we have to take steps that we can be effective now. So what the plan is for, if we're calling this the European Theater of Operations, we're going to, and we have some invasion force here. Once we get this a little more secure, we're going to be using the forces that are there, as well as a few divisions here, as well as some divisions coming. And we're going to invade. Now, I don't want to trigger I don't know if the event will go away that will allow us to do torch and declare war on Vichy France. We don't want to do that just yet because Vichy France being neutral is a benefit to us because it keeps Italy from coming and engaging us. So what we want to do is take out the Spanish possessions here, then come down to either the Canary Islands, probably that first, and then to Spanish Morocco is basically what it's called, and maybe also see about getting that little place, but mostly get these. This way we will be, because we now have a supply line running through here, and we will start taking losses likely. We will be able to reduce enemy submarines and whatnot and come in here and build up our forces here. And then at that point, I want to push out across, whether we get to use, prepare our Operation Torch and begin Operation Torch, whether we get to use those events. I don't know if they go away in 1944 or something. I don't know how quickly we can get this going, but then I want to either that or just directly declare war on Vichy France and then push here. And what is Arno saying? Can you try and take Crete? That will be amazing base for you to bomb Greece. Yeah, whether how much we want to bomb Greece or just simply move in my favorite of using, the mix of flying boats and naval bombers to simply go after submarines and ships and whatnot in this area, it would be a very good thing to do. And what we can also look at I like to tell stories here. The reasons for they were in better shape than we were. Now it really was late 42, I think that they're coming in and invading North Africa with Operation Torch. Britain and America were not ready to go face to face on equal footing with the German army, even with the German army facing off with Russia. They were just not ready to. Britain's military capacity, their divisions, if you will, were very good and were up to fighting the Germans, but they just didn't have enough of them and the ability to, keep that going. America was still just ramping up. So obviously they're initially just occupying, sort of somewhat neutral territory. We can talk about that sometime a bit more, probably in the future here, with Vichy France. And of course, Montgomery had won the Second Battle of El Alamein and was pushing this way at the time. So, Germany does finally, when it's too late, once it's too late, they decide to fully commit an army to North Africa, and it's already too late. And it becomes sort of like a Gallipoli type situation for the Germans, in that, yes, they put down Panzerarmee Africa. It's partially a label, but it's also really, especially if you include the Italian forces, which are not very good, but are still something. And there's a whole lot we could say on the Italian forces, but they can't supply it because air power, naval power, even with the shortest supply lines here, is going over to the American advantage here, so that you have that setup, and so your ability to take it, and shall we say, in small bites. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so the island strategy. Now, I'm not sure why the Allies never retook Crete. They were obviously held Cyprus throughout the war. Now, I know why the Americans aren't focused on Crete, because the Americans are focused on Berlin. They're focused on that drive, and they definitely see that knocking Italy out will be useful, and so they want to go directly for that. But they're very much trying to do where are they going to go next? Where are they going to go next? So Germany comes down and reinforces into Italy. With Italy into Sardinia. This is before the landings in Sicily, and I definitely agree that Sicily is a better first objective historically for the Americans, coming in and doing that. But a bit later in the war, I'm not sure, I think it was in 44, it was either 43 or 44, Britain does an invasion of one of the Greek islands out here. That these are obviously Turkish ones, but one of the Greek islands out here, and they successfully take it. It's a little known operation, and it wasn't very hard. It was after Italy's out of the war, and like I said, they take it. It's not that hard. They do it. It's sort of Churchill's like, yeah, let's do this, a soft underbelly of Europe kind of thing. But they quickly realize that they cannot maintain the foothold. No one was trying to, the Germans were not trying to counter-invade or anything like that. But air and naval operations, the Schnellboot, the fast boots, the e-boats, whatever you want to call them, as well as other German local naval capabilities, was making it just a little too impossible to resupply and keep the operation going. And the British, because this was sort of a British, well, if you're not going to help us, we'll just do it. They weren't able to keep enough, get enough fighters in there to operate effectively to control the area, so they withdraw. Well, I forget what island. It definitely wasn't Rhodes, which had been a major Italian possession since World War I, or it wasn't Crete. I get the idea that if Germany puts in 3 divisions or 4 divisions or whatever, I don't know how many they would have had, into Crete, well, hey, maybe just leave them there, because why fight them? Why fight me, bro, when they'll just sit there and be out of the war? And so if it's strongly guarded, I totally get why you want to hit them where they ain't, kind of thing. And as the war is going on and they're losing more and more, once the Italians are out of the war, the Germans are here, you can do sort of the opposite of what was happening to the British when they came up into the Aegean was to sink transports, shoot down air transports, disrupt their ability to supply out here for a minimum cost in resources and a minimum cost in lives. And so that really does sort of work, but you have to sort of keep that in mind. We'll see about Crete for sure, Arno. I don't know. Who knows if we will or not. But like I say, first we need to secure out here in the Atlantic before we push in. And we are also getting ready to, here we are. Okay, they are heading out. A little faster. New ace combat has arrived. Oh, that's right. Yes. What we want to do here is click one click. There we go. We're going to send you over to here. Rebase here. We want to get this going. A very minimal basing, unfortunately. Well, let's build more air bases and we'll put them to the top. Fighting our multi-front war. They're here. That's what I was hoping to get these guys a little better coordinated. Now, I think it's just that one garrison division, so let's put the U.S. Marines on here. See if we can do this as a Marine-only operation. Invasion. Just things here. Guys keep moving down into there. This way. Oh, they're going into there. Okay, well, let's head this way then. Main Sea province. Okay, and how are we doing back here? These guys are still pushing. Okay. That's probably over. Them. You get to you get to come back up that way. All right, artillery unit training has advanced. Okay. No, that I believe is down here. Okay, both of those are 44. Let's get those to 3. Yes. Aviation search rate advance is that Okay, they're going in. Hopefully they'll do good. Okay, you come in and do, let me see, you're thinking it's still the ocean province. Okay, ground attack. And you also do ground. Ground forces? Okay, no thank you. So we've got some fighters over here who would get up there or intercept this region. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to send you back across. Well, you should stop ground attacking. Back across here to pick up some more units. Sniper warfare. All right. Let that continue. Just to 43. Cruiser A controller. And it's grayed out, it looks like. Okay, well, we can just do that. Green terrain combat tactics has advanced. Okay, we could. Gun battalions looks like it'd be fun. Okay, wing aerodynamic. Here. Tanks would be nice. Better ones, I guess. Bigger ones, I don't know. You out about here as a patrol. Passive. There's somebody, okay. Let's just take 2 of you. I guess. I don't know if there's anything out there, but on board. You can probably head back up to, no, head to there to hold that, just in case. I go in with too little force. I don't. Gold mining, great. Okay, we've got the special text, it looks like here. We see them here. The M1 Garand, which will, a lot of our infantry stuff will definitely be a lot better. And the P-51 Mustang with the extra range there for our fighters. Very good, and direct fire unit command control has advanced as well. Okay, that. And jungle unit, we may be fighting more in the jungle still. And we have a little bit more search that we can allocate. Okay, advanced armor designs, that looks good. I see it, yes, very good stuff. Or no, yes, it's very true. Still don't know if sending those back was the best idea. Yeah, probably, because we don't probably need all of these divisions here, but it's sort of nice to have. Okay, a little bit organized up. Yeah, the British are just keep getting pushed back into these. A lot of forces. No, we're not buying fuel. They're running a bit lowish, true. We're also, we're going to add 2 more air bases there. Put that to the top. Built. Ooh, Canada money, yeah, okay. Starting to be ground down. Okay, airborne warfare research, yes. Not that we have any airborne units yet, but is it? Okay, yeah, we'll let that continue. And direct fire unit. But we're definitely thinking about airborne operations eventually, so when we get around to it, I want them to be good. The operations. How would you rate the P-47 as a heavy fighter or ground attacker? Yeah, very high. It's a very big plane, if I remember correctly. I'm just, Arno, I know a bit about the aircraft. Like the early P-51s weren't that good. It was the sort of later, once they went over to what is it, was the copy of the Merlin engine or something, and they got the bubble canopy so they could really see around. So all that really extended their range and stuff. The P-47 is, I think, it's a radial engine, I'm pretty sure. And it's a big brute force aircraft. and rather good. I just don't know enough to really give it a everything I hear about it is good. So but to give it a refined review, if as it were. Okay. We've taken out a German long-range sub, but they're good. Those are always good to do. And America, fortunately, had the luxury of being able to go after enemy forces heavily. Okay, I'm looking for an area that we could maybe bomb. We won't know that's too deep yet. Okay, we've got looking for got well, up here. It looks like they don't have that. So we want to do strategic bombing. We want to do passive. We want to do night only. So that way we're bombing up here just to disrupt them some. The U.S. had the luxury of being able to build a lot of different types of aircraft. Yep, we're trying to bomb Germany, trying to disrupt them a bit. And taking out another submarine, good. Sent. Oh, they're back there. Okay. Good enough. We're going to put this battle group, this task force, I guess. So, took some Germans there. So let's go here, patrol fairly aggressively. German shipping capital ship. I think okay. I think doing damage control, radars, and all that good stuff to upgrade there. Get back here yet? No. But we're going to send some motor torpedo boats over to here. Okay, and well, I think this will be it for current forces. Hopefully Britain will be able to hold in Gibraltar itself. They keep losing whenever they try to push out of Gibraltar. Across the Atlantic. Where was our invasion going on? This? Increase the speed a little bit more. these guys are engaging the Spanish somewhat, or somebody out here. Presume Spanish. Energy, no, we don't. Well, I have somewhere some more bombers. Okay. Medium bombers. You're going to come over to this airbase here. I think that'll be close enough. We're going to see about bombing some of these Spanish units. Outside of Gibraltar. Hedgehog, yes. Now I've actually found out the Hedgehog, which was definitely used during World War II, but not as widely as I thought. But that will help once we get a lot of stuff upgraded. Cargo hold. Transport capacity, but shorter range. I don't know. Here I'd rather go get the better air defense. Go for that. Get our B-17s up to better effectiveness. Ground attack. Let's go aggressive. Here. Okay, 2 more Nazi submarines sunk. And another 2 Nazi submarines sunk. Who wants to Venezuela do? Okay. Let's put you, after that operation, come home and take a bit of a rest. Hopefully that helped out the British somewhat. Okay, airplane radio communications. Let's just shift that over to general radio improvements. Aviation navigation radar. There we are. Destroyer crew training. Good. Maybe we should do some more of these in here. Right. Okay. Yeah, submarine crew training. Looks like it would be a good thing. Hello, Paul. Yeah, YouTube's notifications are not the best, but hey, it's only an hour after I started. So, yeah, glad to have you here. I don't know how much all that is just simply because I get informed that periodically with different people. Don't know how much of it is the person just not being logged in such a way, or that they're watching other videos or something and or playing a game or whatever don't get the the notification is sent, but they're just too deep into something and don't realize that it's been sent, or whether it's just YouTube not doing a good job. Yes, you can have I really like interacting with you guys because I know a lot of people, you know, hundreds of people watch these parts of these videos, which is really cool. But I really also like interacting with you guys, so I like if you're available to come while I'm live, that's really cool. Okay, capital ship damage control. Okay, grayed out. So what we're gonna do is move this over to battleship crew training. Do that. Yeah, they're gonna get this. Okay, I didn't. Maybe another division would have made it happen faster, but I don't know that that's really useful. Okay, we are here now. Okay, they also showed up. Well, it's sort of a bit of a pain at the moment. You just move out into the ocean. Only load into the landing craft at the moment. Get on board the ship. Get on board the ships. Third Army, get on board the ship. Huh. You're all going to North Africa. Can we also throw on another corps there? Third Army, let's see who we can give you as a him, but sure. Okay. You get on board. Alright. No. All of you, you're going to come to Tangiers. Exciting and exotic Tangiers. Okay, so now we have some motor torpedo boats here. Let's get these guys going. Patrolling here. See some French forces. Are they moving this way because I have this now? These are because we also have Vichy, because we're seeing these are like Free French forces. We can zoom out here. Those pale ones like here, those are Vichy forces. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, maybe they're retreating out from here? That I don't know. Okay, well. Let's attack there. No, thank you, Haiti. It looks like Britain's given over much of its forces over to Saudi Arabia to help hold here. Good. Those ships down here. Okay. Maybe I should have left the other transports in Pacific. I don't think we're going to need transports to get across divisions that are coming. Oh, yep, and here they are. One of them is. Anyways, alright. I'm going to drop you right there. Let's look for some more HQs. Well, actually, let's do a few of these guys. Veteran HQs. They won't have the cool pictures, but be useful. That's why I'm mostly making divisions without HQs. But okay. Oh, we're not going to put somebody who's great for the jungles heading off to the desert. Don't know this guy, but all right. And it's fine that he's not part of this initial group going, because these guys are all organized up and they're not. Hit the save button. We're going to end this episode, not the live stream, but the episode here. I want to thank all you watching, whether currently now on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, or Facebook, but also those watching later on YouTube. Do really appreciate it. Do appreciate those that give me support on Patreon. That is great. But I just ask you guys, if you made it this far, smash that like button and post a comment, even if you're live now, wherever. I really love hearing from you. It also helps the algorithm. I know you've all heard all this, so I feel weird asking you, but it does help. So please do if you can. So thanks so much. See you next time for, yes, more, even more hearts.